extra call. Dead presidents, dead presidents. Dead presidents, hit them dead presidents. Let's go, all my little militant. Let's go, I'm innocent. Dead presidents, hit them dead presidents. Dead presidents, hit them dead presidents. Let's go.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is bouncing for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Dak Prescott's Cowboys going up against Bortles' Jaguars.
Larry, we welcome our viewers to Duval County, the northern part of Florida, and the largest city in the Sunshine State, as EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Everbank Field here in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. He finds some open field here, and he's going to be out of bounds right at the 40. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. 2017 for Zeke Elliott, a mixed bag. Would he play, would he not play? Well, he missed the 6 games from weeks 10 to 15. He still finished, though, Charles, 10th in the league in rushing.
Just tells you about the talent that he has and how explosive he is and what he brings to the table. Look, he averaged 98 yards per game, 98.3 to be exact, higher than number 2 Todd Gurley behind him. So I just tell you, if he plays a full season and he's averaging that type of yardage, I think Dallas's win numbers go up.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains.
Well, I mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
On second down, Prescott again. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Now they got to get to the 23 here on third. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. Prescott to throw on fourth. He sets to fire deep. And that is going to be incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. Now Leonard Fournette shreds the tackle. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
Bortles to throw on second down. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. Here's a give to Fournette. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. 38 yards. And the Jags have taken the early lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, Yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So the Cowboys offense coming back out there, and after the excitement of that 13-3 year, the NFC East title 2016, they fell back to earth in 2017. They still finished 9-7, but not what you expected from them.
No, the scoring differential was a big telltale about the difference between 2016 and 2017. They were plus 115 a season ago. Just plus 22 this year. That means tighter games can go either way, and not enough of them went in Dallas's win column in this past season.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough. Swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Prescott now from the 50. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't.
Dez Bryant with nothing but green grass ahead of him. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dez Bryant, 40 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back at the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles, the backup quarterback turned MVP, 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. And as you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game, not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Exactly the type of game the NFL needed for the audiences at home watching the game, and, of course, people in attendance. A really well-played game.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Third down, Fournette. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth. Here we go on fourth down with Bortles. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both sides of the ball. Sean McVay deserving, I think you would agree, of Coach of the Year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what he did for the Rams when they went from last in the league in scoring to leading the league in scoring and winning a division title. And how about the New Orleans Saints? Rookie of the Year, offense and defense. Alvin Kamara on offense, Marshawn Lattimore on defense. That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. That is caught inside the 5. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1 year.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Alfred Morris taking it in. And the Cowboys are in for 6. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he will find the end zone here. And the lead moves up to 7. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the 3-point shot. And people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he's able to bat it away.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. From the gun, it's Bortles. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Here's Jones. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. 1:57 to go in this first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback. But as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
And that is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Back to the air on second down. It's Bortles. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Throwing his Bortles on third down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Not only was that a 3-and-out, it was their third straight incompletion on this drive, and they didn't even think about trying to run the football. Now they have to give it up.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they had great field position, but a three-play drive that actually goes backwards, and then they kick the field goal.
And I think the key sequence in there, the key phrase you just gave us, a three-play drive. Had the momentum, great field position, unable to move the football.
And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Prescott.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. A good pickup there, a 22. A first down throw for Prescott. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Prescott to throw it. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the...
Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Black 58, Royal! Black 58, Royal!
So after the INT, it's Bortles. He's got his man on the crossing route. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Going up top. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
To throw, it's Bortles. Caught out left side by Robinson. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you just say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And the catch made here by Tljsr2live. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first, this one from 38. And Lambeau will put this one through. All right, hang on here. We'll jump over halftime. Just let the system and graphics catch up. Okay, all set. Third quarter now. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now they'll run it on the toss. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. Anthony Hitchens coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. Shotgun now for Bortles. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Blake Bortles simply cannot keep putting his team, putting his defense in these types of predicaments. He's got to take care of the football.
And last season, a lot of the turnovers, just like this one, in Jags territory, 11 of the 16 really put them in a tough spot in plus territory for the opposition. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They go to Elliott again. And he's got some space here. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Now Prescott. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. Bailey now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. A handoff to Fournette. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They'll run with Elliott. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the fourth. The Cowboys on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On third down, it's Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. 4th down, Prescott. Throw left side complete. It's Cannon. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 21 that time. And the Cowboys are going to get a first down. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. First down, Prescott. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now Elliott. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling, and this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over. Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
So a big one there as that gives them a little cushion.
And you know, here in the fourth quarter, the fact that they were able to bleed some time off the clock and put points on the board, even if it's only 3, that could turn out to be the drive that ultimately wins them the game.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. And he whips that one incomplete there. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. Sheds off. There goes Allen Hurns. Touchdown, Jaguars. Allen Hurns, 46 yards. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Back to throw. And this one's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
Throwing here, Prescott. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads. Took him right off his feet. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. The offense on 3rd down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. This is Elliott, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Cowboys will go. Prescott. That's to his running back. Complete. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
But he picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a gain of 8 there, and that should be enough to seal the victory. Huge first down. Got to hurry.
Yeah, now they have to get up there, get set, and then spike it.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45.